Hello ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the second episode of Dizzy Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Now in the last episode, we attempted to defeat Mom, which is usually the first goal of any Binding of Isaac run. Unfortunately, we did get killed, but on a lighter note, we did actually manage to see every single floor and actually got to the Mom boss fight itself, so not too bad. Hopefully in the second run we can actually beat her and see basically all the new content that lies beyond that. Before we head on, I'm just going to make a quick note on the file 1 now. That is our file right now. As you can see, the little graphic there hasn't changed compared to the other ones, but over time it'll give us a little indication of our progression through the game. It'll show us how many Mom Heart kills we have, how many pieces of the Polaroid we have, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see that in the future. Also, looking at the stats, we actually acquired 17 items in the last one, which isn't too bad for our first run. Though, looking at... compared to the stuff we haven't got, we haven't even scratched the surface of the, every single item in this game. It's going to take so long. So, we did acquire Magdalene in the first one, and in order to do that we have to acquire 6 heart containers or more, which we did achieve in the first one. Now I'm not going to play as her straight away, I'm going to stick with Isaac until we defeat Mom. After we do that, we will dabble with some of the new characters, because I can't wait to see the very new ones, like the Rebirth ones, and see what they're like. So, let's jump in. Let's start our second run. Right, let's see what first item we have. What is that? Now that is a new Rebirth item. Let's see what that is. That is Proptosis, short-range tears. What is that? That is interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing what it does is, obviously it starts as a mega tear, but it actually decreases its size over time the longer the range is. Huh, so if we're shooting enemies from far range, it's probably not going to do much damage, but if we're very close, it's probably going to do a ton of damage. So that means we're going to have to get real close to enemies, I guess. Wow, that's actually a really, really powerful item. Now, just as a little test, I'm actually going to see what it's like long range. Right, so it actually takes a couple more kills long range. But if we get closer... Well, see, that's a mega enemy there, but I think it actually does more damage the closer we are. That's actually really good. Butt Penny. That is a fantastic name for an item. Butt Penny. So, again, that's a Rebirth item. I don't know what that does. There's going to be... Okay, so inevitably there's going to be some fart humor here because we're playing Binding of Isaac. So that's, let's expect a lot of that. I'm trying to think what that is. Well, I guess... So the thing is, with Binding of Isaac, you won't know what an item, well, most items do, because a lot of them are very cryptic. They'll give you a little clue underneath the title of them as to some indication of what they do, but you'll never know. So I'm going to do a little theory. Let's see if it works. So, I mean, maybe if we pick up items, it'll give us a sort of bad gas kind of effect. You know, if we get the pill of bad gas, you should do a little fart, kind of attack, and it's not the best attack, but I'm guessing if we pick up coins, it'll do that. Let's see if that does. Let's see if it does that. I'm not too sure. Right, we're fighting Dingle once again. Now this is going to be pretty difficult because in order to get some big attacks, we're going to have to get super close and try and dodge those bullets. So basically, this is a double-edged sword kind of weapon. The closer we get to an enemy, the closer we are to getting hit. But we have to get close if we want to do any semblance of damage. So yeah, I'm starting to learn Dingle's attack patterns a little better. So each boss does a little tell, and you can see the little animations they do. Like if he does a little whistle, he's basically going to summon some of those little poop enemies, and he's also going to shoot those little projectiles at us. And also, so basically they do different tells, and you can tell what attack they're going to do over time. You kind of get a bit more of a feeling for that. So we just acquired the box there. Basically gives us one of every single item. I'm actually a very big fan of this. Also, let's test out our theory of the Butt Penny. It does! Right, so yeah, so Butt Penny essentially gives us the bad gas effect every time we pick up a coin. I don't know if that's a good item or not. I mean, it depends how many coins there are around enemies when we use that. I'm guessing that's probably not going to be a very good item. We do have another trinket there. Flat penny. Now that what does that do? Does that give us keys as we pick up coins? I'm not too sure. We'll see over time. Hermit. So the Hermit card, the Tarot card Hermit, that will send us to I'll send us to an item room, I believe. I think so. Let's see what our first pill is. Whoa, that's new. Holy crap. So that is Lemon Party. That is essentially a mega version of Lemon Mishap, the arguably the worst item in the game. But that actually looks genuinely good as a pill. So we know we have that in the rotation. Also, I believe that there are 6 pills at once, or at least in the original Isaac, there's 6 random pills, and the rest basically aren't available for that run. But we shall see if there's any difference in Rebirth. So we're on basement 2. Some good progression here. Oh god, no, I hate these things. I can't remember if they were in the first one. I know the blue ones were. That's basically a trigger when they see you, and they basically like charge right towards, but I don't remember those ones. I do have plenty of keys to go into the item room. That is a fantastic item. Oh my god, right, so that is money equals power. So the more money we acquire, the bigger the damage gets. Simpler as that, as simple as that, basically. Now, the thing is, we're going to have to try and gain as much money as we can, spend very little. Oh god, oh, damn it. We got caught there, that wasn't too good. Right. So I love acquiring item, like basically item store stuff, because usually you get quite good stuff from the item store, but I'm gonna try and acquire as many coins as possible and try and build them up so we can get more power with that item. Right. Oh, I hate those exploding enemies. I don't think we've seen any of the basically those little human popcorn guys. There's the ones with the bombs implanted in them, and they do that little Serious Sam kind of like run towards you, like screaming. I hate that so much. Let's pick up that heart. Now, a little habit I have is I like to do every item efficiency. I like to do that as much as possible, but recording while playing is a little difficult for me still. I hate this room with a burning passion. I fall for that every single time. God damn it. I'm taking some bad damage here. I'm sorry about that. Now these are some new items in Rebirth, the spiders. They come in varying sizes. Some of them are massive and they look really creepy looking with their animations. Now here we are. Monstro usually appears in the second... It usually appears in the second basement floor. It rarely appears in the first, I think. But it's not too difficult to boss. We did just get hit there, though. It didn't happen. He didn't see it. So I'm still used to his attacks from the first one. He's literally the same boss as First Isaac. He's actually doing a lot of his that only attack. He's not really varying them. Oh, he's still got hit. What is this? Oh, Speedball. I quite like that. So that is speed and shot speed up. Right, so we're a little faster. As you can see in the stats here, our damage is fantastic, but obviously that is only close range. And our range is a little better. We just got shot speed. Maybe that's a little better because shot speed will send our big tiers further before they get smaller. So I wonder just how much damage we can have with mega tiers and money equals power. That's going to be an interesting synergy right there. Right, now these flies, if you explode them, they'll shoot 6 bullets. A little hexagon pattern right there. Basically just keep your distance, you should be fine. Now, right, not much of the map is shown to us. I haven't actually been looking for secret rooms yet. I'm rushing ahead trying to get to defeat Mom because I'm still a little annoyed by the fact that we couldn't do it in the first one. So I'm going to take, so now that I'm a little aware, I'm going to take a little bit of time checking out each and every floor, making sure they're all basically discovered. So I'm not too big a fan of leaving them undiscovered, like rooms and stuff like that. So we'll try and do that from now on. These enemies aren't too bad. I do get hit by them more than I would like. Are you kidding me? We are defeating a... God damn it! How can we get Ultra Pride twice in 2 runs? Have they upped his percentage chance? Also, we are getting hit way too much. This is the hardest sin enemy, and we've just got him twice in 2 runs. That annoys me more than it should. Oh my god! I don't know what to say to that. So basically in Rebirth, I think a lot of things are they have a much higher probability. So in the first Binding of Isaac, apparently it's a lot easier to get Guppy, to become Guppy in this, because they give us a lot more Guppy items. It only takes 3 items to become Guppy, which gives us flight and I believe a bit more damage. But in this one, you get a couple more Guppy items. Like there's Guppy's collar, there's different things like that. I think there's 5 or 6 now, and it's super easy. Like in the first one, it was actually a bit of a challenge, and it was quite rare to become Guppy. It was more of like one of the last things you had to unlock in order to get Platinum God. So yeah, is this going to be a running joke? Are we going to see Ultra Pride in every single run, just consecutively, and we're just not going to see any of the others? I'd love for it if that happened. Also, I don't think I pointed it out in the very first run. Ultra Pride is based on the designs of the 2 main developers of this game, Edmund McMillan, and unfortunately I can't remember the name of the second one. Ooh, Mask of Infamy. So damage reduction. So I think if we get hit at the front, or maybe just hit anywhere, it'll give us a damage reduction by half, or I think it will basically nullify damage altogether. Very good item. Well, I believe I've heard it's a very common one. I was trying to think of what words I think there. We have plenty of not too many bombs. We'll see if we can find the secret room. Oh, that's very good. What do we have here? 2 bombs. Not too bad. Although saying that, we acquired 1 bomb through that, so we didn't really get too much. Let's go into the item room without using any keys. I'm going to use that pill. We should be ooh, tears up. We should be trying to gain as many coins as we can. I kind of forgot we had money equals power there. Let's go to the very first boss of this. Mega Fighters. He is a new one. Very interesting enemy. And a very disgusting one as well. So he has 3 attacks. Now that one sucks you in. It's kind of a little gravity one. It'll suck you in like towards him, and then it'll do that barf attack, which is a really cool sort of animated one. He'll essentially like send a crazy amount of tears flying at you. You can basically see their shadows on the bottom, so you can kind of dodge them, but you have to keep moving when he does that. So yeah, as you can see that, it kind of slowed down there. You can also see the shadows of the bullets, so it's not too difficult boss fight. And we have the belt. I think we achieved the belt in the first run. And we have a lot of speed here. Yeah, that's a lot of speed, so we're very fast now. That means we can kind of progress pretty quickly. So we're not doing too bad on health, not doing too bad on coins. Basically on anything, we're doing okay this run. Hopefully it's a little better than the first one. The first one wasn't too bad, but I wish we got a little, because I want to get as far as possible to basically show you everything I can. Right. 1 bomb, so we have 5, so we don't have to be liberal. We can be a little liberal with them. We'll go with the item. We're going to basically buy the least amount of items we can, just to get as many coins as we can. Oh my god. So I'm not too used to... Oh my god. I'm so sorry. That is a terrible amount of damage there. Alright, let's focus a little here. Not too good there. What was that last one? I'm not too good with the attack pattern of those black Diglett looking things. Kind of do 4 shots, and it kind of spirals around a bit. It's very hard to predict how to basically dodge that. Yeah. What do we have here? Right. Okay, so we have 4 things from projectiles there. This is going to be an interesting thing to time. And also we have spikes coming up and down there, so let's see if we can time this well. Alright, just there. That was very close. Unfortunately, there's nothing over here. Hopefully we can defeat these enemies here. There might be some items to get. Oh, coin. And okay, also yes, that confirms that flat penny, essentially every time you pick up a penny, it will give... Oh! Okay, that was a little difficult. Every time you pick up a penny, I think it gives you a certain percentage, maybe 50% chance of acquiring a key, and that's why we have so many keys in this round. Usually we don't really get that many. That's pretty good, so we can actually use them quite a lot. And hopefully we can get more coins. So I'd love to see what money equals power, how much power that has in Rebirth. Also, I didn't do this in the first run. If you basically hit tab it'll give us how much time we have in the run, and it'll also give us a bigger version of the map, and we'll actually see just how many rooms we have here. And maybe the secret room is here, because there are 3 rooms. Let's see. Yes, we are doing well with the secret rooms here. Money, give me more money. Oh, look at that. That's actually a really good percentage chance for the keys there. So we're basically set on keys for this round. We don't have to worry at all. I'm going to avoid the item room. So like I said, I've probably said that a million times now. I want to see how much damage we can actually get with mega tiers and money equals power. Is that a new pill? Bad gas. Right, so yeah, there's plenty of different pills that you can get in the game. From what I can remember, there's like health up, tears up. Basically every single stat that you have, all 6 of them, it'll basically it'll either take them up or basically take them down by 1. Health up is basically my favorite, and I hate health down because it literally takes 1 health container from you, and that is the worst thing in the world. But thankfully, once you've taken a pill, and before you take a pill, it actually shows just 3 question marks, so you don't know what it is. Right, so we don't have any spacebar items, so I'm going to take Yum Heart there. Actually, I'm a big fan of that because, personally for me, I like to keep as much health as possible in runs, because I basically just, everything is out to take that health away from you. So Yum Heart essentially, as you can see from the green bar beside it, that is going to give us, every 4 rooms, we're going to be able to get a chance to take, get a heart back, basically, from this item. So once we've used the item, and I'll use it in a sec once we've got an empty heart container. Because we have enough keys, I'm just going to go... Okay, alright. So what we're going to do is, now that we actually have enough keys, we're actually going to use the item room a lot more now. Just to see what is in there. If there's any really good items, I want to get them, just to get them for the item progression, and just to get them on the list. Now this is Greed, one of the 7 deadly sins. Essentially either shoots 3 bullets, one straight towards you, or like 2... basically in diagonal pattern. It'll also summon some of those little greed heads, which are a little annoying as well. But it's not too difficult. Wow, we are getting a lot of coins and a lot of keys. I'm a very big fan of that. Yeah, Flat Penny is actually a really good trinket to have very early on in the run, because you just get an absolute cornucopia of keys there. Right, Gurdy. I'm not a fan of Gurdy. It's very rare that I can get through a Gurdy fight and not get hit. Because that projectile attack he does, it hits you for 5. Like 5 projectiles then, it's really annoying. But if you can figure out his patterns, you can see his little tail there before he shoots. And you can basically dodge as quickly as possible. You get a little bit of time to do that, like that. And see how close I can get to him so we can get a lot of damage out. And so we have a lot of power right now again, for our tiers. So So before we checked, there was actually 5, little check marks there on the sword, which indicates how much damage we have. There was 5 little checks there. We actually have 6 now, because I believe for money equals power, every time we get round up to 10 coins, so now we have 20, our power is actually just increased. So every time, so next time we get to 30, we'll get more power. Actually, we've because there are a lot of hearts in this room, we're actually going to go to the curse room, which we haven't actually done yet. I'm going to quickly go to the curse room here. Also, what is that item? What's that? Alright, that's the sacrifice room. I never use sacrifice rooms for anything, unless there's a lot of hearts, which I might actually use that. Right. Oh, that's a very good haul. There's 4 different pills there. Tears up, very good. We have amnesia. Alright, that's terrible. Because like you can see in the top right there, it takes away the map completely. But fortunately, we've actually seen the rest of the map, so that doesn't hurt us in any way. Speed down. That's not too bad either, because we actually acquired a lot of speed, so that's not too bad. Bombs are key. Oh. Okay, I'm actually happy about that. Because we're still going to get a lot of keys the more coins we get. Now we actually have 16 bombs. So now we're going to actually have plenty of bombs and plenty of keys. This is a fantastic run. I'm very happy about this. Right, so we have a strength card there. We're going to take that with us. And I haven't actually explained the curse room here. So this door, you probably saw it there. Once you go through this door, it's going to take half a heart from you. And when you go back out, it's going to take another half heart. So basically, if you ever go into that room, you're going to lose a full heart. But there's usually red chests in there, and usually some other chests that you can get that will give you more items and more pills. it's usually a good sacrifice, because if you can get a lot of hearts just left around in the dungeon there, like that, so now we're back at full health, so that's not too bad, then, you know, it's not too bad a thing. You actually get more items. You actually benefited a lot from getting all those tiers there. Oh, that was the item room. Right, I'm just trying to remember which way we went. I think it's this way. Amnesia is probably one of the worst pills you can get, especially if you just started a floor and it wipes it off the map. Like, you literally don't know where anything is, and it's pretty aggravating. So we're already at the depth. This is actually speeding quite fast. Oh, so you heard that mom sound, that mom laugh. We're gonna get some hands coming down here. The floor masters, yeah, that we saw in the first run. So now that I'm used to them, we can actually see that before they come down, there's a little shadow, just like Legend of Zelda, actually. I'm trying to remember which Legend of Zelda it was they first appeared in. I think it was Link to the Past, or even the first one. Beneath us, there's a little shadow that increases. It's kind of like Mom's foot in that sense. In the Mom fight, it'll increase, and then it'll basically stay. If you keep running, it'll stay behind you, and then that's when Mom's hand comes down. So it's a little easy to predict when she does. I think it usually. Sorry, I'm not actually. I'm too busy explaining Mom. I'm actually not really concentrating on this fight. So these enemies here are one of the worst enemies in Rebirth. These ones are essentially the little turrets, the little sentries that shoot free bullets at you when they come up. These ones actually walk towards you, and they won't come up. And if you're shooting at them, they're not going to come up. But if you don't, they will trigger. Oh, they're really annoying, because most of the time they actually don't trigger straight away, like this. There we go. Right. So you have to be pretty patient with these ones. Usually, when there's a lot of them, it's very hard to dodge their bullets. Right, let's concentrate here. I wasn't really concentrating. I was too busy talking, and I was just shooting them, and they weren't really coming up, so I wasn't doing any damage to them. But at least we know that now. Right. Let's progress a little further here. Right, so these zombie enemies here, the headless one, well, not headless, they're basically just ahead. They follow you once they see you, and until they hit a surface, they're actually going to stop chasing you and like basically go their own AI path after that. They're not too tricky unless... Oh, we have another Mom's hand floor here. How many hands have we got here? Alright, so that was 2 again. Oh, we got a new trinket, that looks like. Yes, that was a trinket. Cursed Skull. Let's have a think. What will that do? I'm trying to remember what Curse does. My memory's not serving me here. I guess we'll figure out eventually what Curse does. I wish... Oh. Wait a sec. What was that? So these are champion versions of the zombie heads. I didn't do it that time. This guy turned into mush. Oh, okay. Oh, that was a bit weird. So we didn't do any damage when he turned into mush there, but he kind of did the same thing as those, like, you know those red zombie things that chase you around? Those, basically once you hit them, they'll turn to mush for a few seconds, and then they'll regenerate. Very annoying enemies, by the way. I don't think we've seen them yet, or maybe we have. But eventually they regenerate. We didn't actually do any damage there, which is weird. Cartridge. I remember these. What will that do? God. This is the problem with Rebirth. Starting a Binding of Isaac game all over again, you're going to find a lot of items that you don't know what the hell they do until later in the game, basically. Cartridge. Huh. It's going to... Well, basically, from what I can see from the little hint it gives us, it's going to do something retro-based. It's going to do something basically... Because that was an NES cartridge. So it's going to do something that references the NES era in some way. I'm trying to think what other items do that, and I can't really think. Now this is a challenge room, and in the depths, basically, the further you get, the more challenging these rooms are going to be for you. Now we're in the depths. These rooms aren't too bad. I think the womb ones are a little worse. And usually you can see whatever you can see in the room. Like right now, we've just got a golden chest. We've got a couple items from that. It depends on the difficulty of the level, but you can usually tell if it's basically worth doing. You don't have to do it, but it's basically, you can tell if it's worth doing it. So I've seen an item called Lil Haunt, which is basically that enemy, but it's easier companion. We just got the Hermit again. Let's go to the item room. Okay, so we're actually above 30. Look at that, we're actually at full damage. Now I don't know if it's changing Rebirth, but in the original, I think you can actually go above what it shows you there. You can actually go to like 8, 9, and 10, but it won't show you. I'm not sure how it works in Rebirth. Also, if we stay at 30, I'm just going to give a couple coins to the donation box here. Are we in depths 1? We're in depths 1 right now. If we can get to the item room, we're going to give as many coins to the donation box as we can. And the further you get into Isaac, the donation box essentially upgrades the store for you, I think, every 50 coins or so. I'm not entirely sure what that does for you. Now that's the High Priestess Tarot card. That sends Mom's foot down at a random enemy, or at you, I believe. It's a good item to have, but not the best. I just took some damage there. That was pretty dumb. I'm very sorry. I am so rusty at this game. Over time, I'm going to get a lot better, I promise you. But starting out, I'm very gung-ho. I'm just basically trying to see how far I can get and see what new items we can achieve. Right. Now this guy is Larry Jr. and Chubb, like those bosses combined. He's basically Larry Jr. He'll do the same AI path that Larry Jr. does, but he'll also charge at you the same way Chubb does. Now I don't think you can plant a bomb in front of him the same way Chubb does, like the same way you can with Chubb. That essentially he swallows the bomb and explodes inside of him, which is very good for attack. 99. So I guess that's better than nothing, but we already had plenty of bombs to begin with, and for some reason I don't really use bombs as much as I should. I should be using them a lot more. Oh, I don't like this room. Yeah, as you can see there, these fire, the purple fires actually shoot homing tears at you, which if you keep running, they don't usually do that much damage. Whoa, this is a new enemy. I've never seen this before. The Cage. I have not seen this boss before, so this is a Rebirth boss. Whew! Okay. Right. That's an enemy attack I actually haven't seen before. Oh! Right. Whoa! Okay, this looks a little... Oh, that was disgusting. Holy crap. Okay, let's try and defeat this guy as quickly as possible. Ugh! I'm taking too much damage. Alright. Let's concentrate here. Let's concentrate. Okay. This guy's a lot of different attacks. It's going to take a while to remember all of these. Right. So the roll attack isn't too difficult to dodge, but it is very random. So when he hits the surface, it's going to go in a very random direction. Is there any rooms left? So now we have like basically limitless bombs here. Damn it! Concentrate, concentrate. Okay, we're going to see if we can find any of the secret rooms. There's that one. Okay, I'm not going to waste any of my coins here. Right, we have a few more there. I'm going to stay with 30. I'm going to go back to the item room, which... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I actually pressed the full screen button there. That's going to mess up the recording a bit. Take it slow. I think it's because I have so much speed. I'm constantly hitting those spikes. Right, what are we doing here? Right, let's get some more coins in the donation. Oh, so every now and again it's going to jam like that, and it'll jam for the rest of the run. You'll never get any more coins in there. Yeah, I hate these spike rooms with a passion now. Right. Okay, I'm going to keep the strength card, and let's go to the next floor. Yeah, I'm actually really fast because of the speed upgrade, so it's actually really tough to dodge all these spikes, and there's a lot of spike rooms in the depths, unfortunately. Where are we heading? We're heading to... So we're going to head down here. Still haven't figured out what the cartridge trinket does. Eventually we will over time. Right, we dodged the spikes there. We're doing very well now. Okay, we're actually seeing the context clues of every room. We're actually looking forward rather than just pacing into a room. I think the reason why I run into a room like so fast like that is because in the original Binding of Isaac, there would be a bit of loading time between each floor. So there wouldn't be any problem just running right into a room because you'd actually have some time to look at... You'd actually have some time to look at the room before you actually head into it. Yeah. Okay, so looking at my health now, we're not too bad. We've only acquired one health container so far, which isn't the best. But if we can keep our health up, hopefully we can defeat Mom with our huge attack power at the moment. Let's try and take the least amount of damage possible. This run has not been good for damage, but at least we're at full health at the moment. Yeah, once again, I promise you I'll try and get better. But I'm still trying to get the hang of doing commentary and playthrough at the same time. It is very, very difficult. Right. Focus on these enemies. We know what? We know how these enemies work. Although that Isaac face right there is a lot quicker than the other ones. Alright, there we go. So yeah, once they actually follow you on a path, it's very easy to just get behind them and shoot them. I remember the first time I actually fought them, I never knew how to defeat them. It took quite a while. Oh, these enemies are quite difficult actually. So once you actually defeat either the head or the torso of them, they'll actually change into those enemies, depending on which one you kill first. I think I just hit the full screen one there again. Very sorry. Alright, treasure room here. Okay, this is a very infamous item. It's called Bob's Brain. Essentially what it does, think of Bob's rotten head, which essentially, it's a spacebar item, and you'll see what it does here. So it'll charge forward and it'll explode on contact, just like Bob's rotten head, but it'll do it by itself. You know, it basically, you don't have any control of it. So long as you're shooting, it's going to shoot forward like that, but it's not going to explode until it hits an enemy, as far as I know. That's not too bad. Gotta watch out for those red fires. They will shoot at you. I'm liking the fact that because we have so much damage, we can basically blast through these levels. Okay, so we'll have to watch out for these guys' attack patterns because they're pretty terrible. Especially in close quarters like this, they're going to be very hard to dodge. Right. Come on. There we go. Just the sentry left. Oh, just dodged him. Bob's around there. So basically the downside of Bob's Brain, which basically it can end runs, it's that bad. If you're close to an enemy when you use Bob's Brain, it's going to explode. It's going to explode you for a lot of damage, and like a hell of a lot of damage. And you do it a lot, like a lot more than you want to. Right, so there's Mom right there. So we've actually managed to get to Mom. That's good news for our second run. Right, so we're going to see what we can get from the rest of this floor. Now there's a heart over there. I'm going to get that. Let's see if it's a full heart or a half one. Alright. It's a full one. I'm going to go into that room. I'm going to go to those two rooms there. I think that's the arcade there. That looks like a joystick. I'm just going to go in there, see what I can get. But I'm going to keep, as much as I can, the amount of coins that I have. I'm going to explode all of these, see what we can get from them. Because I'm not going to use any of the coins. I'm going to see how many I can get. Can we get to 40? Can we upgrade that much? I'm not sure if we can. So the problem with the Binding of Isaac, which I'm still trying to get used to, is there's so many things to look out for. So you have to look out for the secret rooms. You have to look out for blue rocks. You have to look out for basically what you can do in arcade rooms. See what you can do there. No. I'm going to keep those coins. I'm going to keep our damage. Right, so we're full health now. And let's see if we can find the secret room before we head into Mom. Not there. Let's try up here. This may be it. Oh, we can't actually acquire it there. We have to make sure that the wall is available to us. It is here. Let's see if it is. No. Okay. It could be there, although I'm not sure if it'll be connected to the arcade room. Let's see. Huh. It might actually not be. I don't think it will be, but we'll see anyway. Should hit it. No. Okay, I didn't think it would be. Usually you can tell because a lot of the rooms, we can't actually cross this because obviously there's a ravine in between it. So usually that tells you whether or not there is a secret room there. Also before, we saw some of those blue fires there. I've heard that if you explode them, there is a 25% chance to get a soul heart, which is those little grey hearts that essentially stay there until they're depleted and then they disappear. Okay, that's good news. We just went to over 40 coins there, so that means our attack power is going to be a lot better. Okay, now we're a little nervous here, but we're about to defeat... Well, we're about to attempt to defeat Mom here. Right. Whew. Right, let's gain our nerves. Let's see if we can do this. So, before we head into this, let's basically see what our attacks are. So there's Mom's foot, which heads down, and you have to constantly keep moving. There is the Mom's flesh, which is just like the little flesh things that come out the wall. They spawn enemies. It's usually easier to take care of the enemies, so you don't have to worry about them, which will be easy because we actually have really powerful tiers. We also have Mom's eye, which does nothing, and if you get too close to the doors, you'll get Mom's hand, which basically hits you for like 1 health of damage. Also, bearing in mind, we also have Yum's heart, or Yum heart rather, which basically gives us 1 heart. We're going to have to remember to use that if we get low health. Alright, here we go. Whew! Okay, I am very nervous here. Just concentrate. I might be talking very little in this. God damn it. I'm not going to talk at all. Alright, I'm going to concentrate here. We're doing well. We're doing well. Okay, I think we got this. Alright, that foot's not going to get us this time. And that should be it.
Isaac
Yes!
was cornered. His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
And there we have, ladies and gentlemen, our very first Mom kill. I am very happy about that. So that was a very good run. We did take a lot of damage. I'm still getting used to commentary and gameplay at the same time. It is very difficult, but over time I am going to get better because I do still have a lot of memory of like how the original Binding of Isaac works, and I'll basically remember enemy patterns and stuff like that a lot better, especially with the bosses. So yeah, that was our second run, and that was our very first Mom kill. I'm very happy about that. We also just unlocked there the Womb and Challenge 20, the Purist, and also the Horseman and the Cube of Meat and the... what was that? I think that was the Ball of Bandages, which is another item. So we just acquired a lot of items there, so now we have progressed through the game. And as we can see here, in File 1, the little graphic there has actually changed. So we've defeated Mom, and that's what we get for defeating her. Basically, the next goal of this game is to defeat Mom's heart, which, as we saw there, the Womb is now unlocked. That is another 2 floors after the depths. Once we defeat Mom, we have to get through the Womb, which is a very difficult 2 floors to get through. But essentially, if we can defeat Mom's heart rather, we can actually progress a little further into the game. So, with that, I guess that is the end of that. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed watching it, please feel free to leave a like in the comment section down below. It means a hell of a lot to me, it really does. And if you want to see more videos in the future, please feel free to subscribe. It means a lot, and I will see you next time.